Train is coming up, and I'm excited to get into it. Heroic starting on that CT side. No kit for them either. They're going with the 5 sets of Kevlar to start our second map, while Astralis have a couple of sets of nades and a fast play potentially with a couple of players ready to push out through A main.
Well, the smoke's down and towards the site. Astralis taking their time early on. They're waiting for the utility to be put in place, and now they're going to swing on towards the site. Straight out T-Con, looking to take these opening jewels, and no one's come out on top just yet. Borp has taken a lot of damage, but it's the opening kill going in favor of Heroic. An opening kill, and it's down that has found it.
Ooh, long-range shot from Magus lands. Still on the bomb train, though, and still unable to get that bomb down because Stown is surviving. Second shot lands from Stown, looking for more, and he makes it a third. Stown making all the difference at the start of this game as Heroic take a very one-sided pistol.
Yeah, what a round from Stown, just absolutely shutting down Astralis as they look to enter that A bomb site. They had the smokes up, they had the idea, it just didn't really work out for Astralis. They got absolutely wrecked by Stown. A 3K in the pistol. Astralis will be wondering what the hell just happened. We'll be coming back into this one with no force buy. Now, I did bring up the point that Astralis are the best team in the world at winning those second round force buys after losing the pistol round, but there's just no chance here. Looking at what they've got, it's 4 Glocks and a P250. This ain't looking so great for them.
Not looking too hot in this round, I think it's fair to say. It's now doing even more damage at the start of this round. Gotta say, I'm personally not a fan of the MP5, but hey, Boris decided to rock it for this round. It's down long range, takes the first fight, knows that there's a second man close by as well. And as long as Heroic don't lose too many players here, that should be fine for them. They can even lose a couple of these SMGs and not be too fussed about it. Cadian's got this long range angle with the Orc. This is going to be his fight all day long.
Well, Cadian holding. When the aggression coming out, he'll clean it up. Happy to white. He actually only gets 1 out of that somehow. Nico taking the other, and Stown will swing out Ivy for the final kill. 2-0 up for Heroic. Pretty good start coming into this one after winning the pistol convincingly. So here is the real test for them. Astralis with the AK-47s out in play. They'll be looking to get off to a good start on this T side of train. Looking to post as many rounds as possible early on. As Astralis have got the utility out, it's not looking so fantastic. They've got 1 Molotov.
Oh, it's the 5A stack
across the board. And yeah, 5-man A stack from Heroic right off the bat. Will this pay off for them?
This is their specialty, Dinko. I love it when they do this on these bonus rounds. It's a bonus round anyway. Why not try and stack a site and see if you can completely mind game your opponents? 5 players ready on the A site. Unfortunately, Astralis may have done their homework because they're going back to B where Nico's only just arrived on the rotate. Good kill from Nico onto the first, and somehow he stays alive at the back of the site. I think he's finally going to fall though, and now Astralis are on the B bomb site.
The attack out, the defense trying to make it work here. Astralis holding on, Glaive with the headshots down, goes down. And now it's a man advantage again for Astralis as Dupree is pushed up into spawn, but he's caught off by the MP5 of all weapons. Dupree venturing into dangerous waters. He is shut down. Cadian finding another kill for Heroic, and they've somehow turned this round in their favor. They've got the man advantage into round number 3. Magisk and Device. With the AK-47, still have a chance to win this round, but it's highly unlikely and now probably impossible with that kill coming through onto Magisk. It's on Device. Not only does he not have possession of the bomb, but he's still versus 3. He's going to find a quick headshot, but not expecting the second player. Well played from Heroic, and I like that round from them. 3-0 for them to start things off on train.
Yeah, they end up winning the bonus round, taking a big risk, just trying to sort of play the percentages more than anything. They knew if they sat back in a default setup, they would probably get outgunned by Astralis. So instead, they take a big risk. And even though Astralis seemed to be 1 step ahead of it, they seemed like they were aware that they could push the B site and then maybe that they could go back towards A. Heroic still win the round, and that's going to do wonders for their early CT economy, which we always talk about. That's not going to help their economy, though, Dinko. What a shot from Magis.
Good opening. And Astralis certainly have the individual skill available to the team to pull off one of these crazy deagle rounds. So Heroic will definitely need to focus up and make sure they close this one out. No round is free When you're playing against Astralis, of course, we learned that the hard way for Heroic over on Vertigo. A couple of rounds in regulation maybe could have gone their way. Hinted a different story. This is awkward. Test is trying to duel against Esatag. Does not want to lose this battle. He does have the positional advantage. No utility to force him away, but look at Dupree. Somehow has walked out. Testis is not going to be expecting that, and they haven't turned. Cadian, get away! He walks right into the open arms of Device, and 3 kills for the Deagles have come in from Astralis. Heroic, a lapse in the defense. They have no idea how that has just happened to them. Testis has so many questions as to what has just happened, and Astralis, they are gifted this round. Nico and Borup are going to have to save. Astralis have picked up the spoils of war, the AK-47 for Device, the M4 for Esatag, and an AUG in the hands of Glaive. Somehow this round has gone in favor of Astralis, and we said it going into this round. We know that this was a possibility, but never really expected to play out this way.
Nico looking either for some kills or maybe just to save the gun at the end here. Heroic still have some money in the bank, but that's a round that's going to be really disheartening for them. And I think it comes back partly to that opening pick from Magis. As soon as he gets that first kill at Ivy, Heroic have a decision to make. They only have 4 CTs left, and they decide to stack 2 of those players on the B bomb site. Maybe to try and deny any potential quick push to B and a bomb plant with the pistols. That's definitely pretty common on these sorts of rounds, but instead they end up leaving A so exposed, so open, and now you can see why Esatag was spamming in Pop Dog the entire time, just drawing the attention his way, waiting for the flank. However, Heroic have come right back with the AWP, and Cadian's got that early kill.
Well, pushing out is Glaive with an important kill onto Borup. 4v4, yet again, returns in equilibrium on the server. Round number 5. There's been an equal battle at the start of this one, but Astralis have been wounded, and they're going to be turning their attentions back over to the B-bomb site. Nico looking to try and plug the hole. The rotation coming in quick from Heroic. There is a weakness on this B site, but they've got over here, and they found 1 kill. Somehow Tessa is taking the head off Glaive, and that's the bomb. It's caught up on top of this white train, and Magis has to pick it up, running towards default. He'll get that bomb planted, and now a man advantage for Heroic into the retake, but Dupree nearly gets away with daylight robbery, but he does fall. And now it's just Magic left alone. 1 versus 2. He's collected the first, and now 1 player to find is Cadian in the advanced position, elevated above for the AWP. And that is going to be the round for Heroic. 4-1. Picking up all of the utility scattered across the floor. And Heroic, 4-1 on the board.
Another strong start for Cadian as well, Dinko. We talked about him on the first map being a real difference maker in some of those rounds for Heroic. Even if they couldn't get the win, he was having an incredible amount of impact, oftentimes in those early fights, but sometimes later in the round as well. And this round was a perfect example of that. He got that first pick over at A main, and then he continued to get kills as the round went on, putting Heroic up to a 4-1 lead, but Astralis still with plenty of money into this round. It's been back and forth at the start of this game. It's another 5-man A-stack, Dinko. I don't believe it.
Well, Heroic, they don't just do it in those bonus rounds, Alex. They clearly love to start the round off.
Okay, Nico goes back to be quick. It's okay.
Yeah, they like to start the round off with that heavy presence, but
it makes sense, though, because when does a team ever rush B on a gun round?
Exactly.
It's never really going to happen. And there's a chance they rush A, and you're just going to wreck them.
Yeah, I like it from Heroic, playing the percentages. And well, I mean, initially when you don't see any of that action, you have to return 1 player back over to this B-bomb site. You can see how quickly Heroic did that in this round. Astralis, AWP in the hands of Device. Utility is there for them finally. They're going to be taking their time. If you look over on the utility side of things for Heroic, they've used up pretty much all of it. They've got 1 smoke, 2 HE grenades, and 1 flashbang left, and 55 seconds on that timer. Currently 2 players stand on this B bomb site for the CT defense. And Astralis is going to be falling away from B. And it looks like there's going to be an A attack to close out the round.
40 seconds left on that clock. Yeah, it's got to be pretty soon.
Look at this push to the brown holes as well, Alex. They've got so much info on a Heroic. 30 seconds left. They know it's going to be an A hit from Astralis. And Stown, he's taking down Magic. Here comes the attack.
Ooh, good shot from Cadian, and Astralis are actually bailing. 20 seconds left, they're going back. Nico's even got this flank going, though. They might try and push out through A main, but no, they're not going to do it. And now Nico's got them lined up. Easy kills for Nico, one for Borat. That's going to do wonders for Heroic's confidence and their money. They get to upgrade those FAMAS. They get to get a 5th round win, and they get to break the bank of Astralis. What a perfect storm in that round for them.
That was just a fantastic round for Heroic, just catching out every weakness of Astralis in that round. The push coming at the right time from Nico through the brown holes. They really gathered so much information. Astralis, well, just couldn't do anything. You could see as soon as they lost those early players, they had no idea what they wanted to do. And Dupree has taken down Borib. A good opening kill into a round where Astralis desperately need every advantage they can get. This round is not looking good when you take a look at the comparison in buys. Astralis coming out worse for wear. With that mad advantage, give themselves a better chance. Nico, shoulder peeking for the information, throws the Molotov down to delay. And Astralis, most of their players, pretty much everyone, in fact, up here in the brown holes.
How are Heroic so ready for this, though?
They get such good reads. Every single rotation, every single gamble and read has been perfect for Heroic in this game so far. I'm going to pull a player back towards A.
Okay, they just double smoked the ramp on the Heroic side. So that's not perfect.
Yeah, but look, Astralis is just going to go back. That's information that there were a couple of players in towards this B bomb site. Lapse in communication perhaps there from Heroic, allowing Astralis a little bit of free information, and they're going to turn their attentions back over towards A. Getting the players, the pieces into position and ready to take this A bomb site, or at least try.
Yeah, the only issue here for Astralis may be that they don't have the nades to really get Cadian off this angle. They have one smoke and one flash, and Cadian's got a clear line of sight. 2 shots for Cadian. No nades against him, and he's going to make the most of it. But Stout falls on the site itself. This should be a bomb plant for Astralis at a minimum, and a chance at the round win.
But Cadian far back in the Ivy lines, and device, he'll fall to Nico. The bomb down is a big problem here for Heroic. They all have kits, but they only have one flashbang left into this round. No utility for Astralis, but the bomb is down, and Glaive, oh no, not looking the right direction. Tessus is going to take him down, and now it's just Estetag, and he falls as well. That's a round for Heroic. 6-1 on the board. What a fantastic start into the map pick of Astralis this has been for Heroic. There's nothing to go on when you look at the head-to-head between these two teams on this map. The longest was a completely different roster, right? It was the Astralis Yugi show, and that's a very different roster to this one with Estetag, so I can't really read too much into that performance.
Early timeout taken by Astralis. You were just saying we can't really read too much into the past performance between these two teams on this map. What we can read into, though, is Astralis' recent game against Na'Vi on Train, where there were almost no T rounds won in regulation. Astralis won 13 CT rounds, and that still wasn't enough for them to close it out in regulation. They only got 2 T rounds in that entire game, so this has clearly been the problem side on this map for Astralis. We're already seeing that start to come through, but for Astralis' sake, I hope they can get a few round wins on the board here. Give themselves at least a little bit of breathing room. Right now, though, it's not looking too good for them, especially since Heroic are firing on all cylinders. Cadian at the top with 10 kills, Nico up there at 8, but a faster play from Astralis. Dupree looking to make this work, but Down this time, ready for him with the AWP.
Well, Stout taking down Dupree. Stout looking for another one, shuts down Device. He's having a great time at the start of this round, just picking Astralis apart, weakening the attack completely, and it's done yet again. Heroic just dominating in these individual duels, and Astralis can have nothing on the server. We'll go back over towards B, but what can they hope to establish in this round?
On the Heroic side, look, Bart's behind them.
This is one of the most proactive CT halves I've seen in a very long time on Trade. This is fantastic stuff from Heroic. They have all the info all across the board. And I'm loving this. This is so fun to watch from Heroic.
It's very rare that you will see these kill counts for Astralis over halfway through the first half. No one above 4 kills. No one really showing up on the Astralis side. Just shows how dominant Heroic have been. Cadian again continuing his form, but I think Heroic are at their best when Nico's playing well alongside him, and Nico's up there this time with 10 kills early. He's having a lot of impact, one of the more experienced players on this squad. Fast play from Astralis. Down doesn't throw out the incendiary. Now he's got to land the shot. He gets the first kill, but Astralis trying to move onto the site. Not successful in doing so, though. Every shot landing from Heroic. They are making this look easy right now. And I assure you it's not easy.
Yeah, the Heroic are making Astralis look like an average Counter-Strike team. This is just ridiculous. Heroic, what a reset. And you know, Maniac posed the question, someone hit him up and asked, how do you mentally recover from this as a player? I think this will definitely help. It 1-up coming into the second map. Heroic will just try and forget about that vertigo and just focus on what's ahead. It 1-up on their opponent's map pick, and they are dominating them on every single front.
Tessus has been pushing Pop Dog in most of these rounds as well, and he hasn't been needed. Is that 2 AWPs at B just taking fights? Of course it is, because Heroic don't care. Cadian gets the first kill, and Stown is sitting on this passive angle, so they have B completely cleared out for the time being. They know that Astralis are locked in on this A side of the map, and that means that Heroic can stack heavily onto this A side of things. They're even pushing A main, though. They're going aggressive again. Dupree's got to be careful when he's not ready for the fight. This is absurd, Dinko. I mean, there's aggression, and then there's this.
Oh, well, Device finally gets something. Punishes Nico at least, but there's still a man down in the round, and Borup is still in T-Con. Device running around the corner, just not expecting a second player to be there. And Borup, alongside Cadian, getting very important kills. That locks out the round again. 9-1 for Heroic. This is just so dominant. Astralis were not expecting this. And they haven't figured it out yet. They haven't even shown us a sign that there's going to be better days for Astralis in this first half. Heroic have not stopped. They've been relentless. They've been brutal in these round wins. And Astralis, yet again, face a round where they don't have enough money to get the full buy. So it's the Tech 9s, it's the Deagles. And if you think back, that's the only round Astralis have won.
Cadian with a casual 16-1 scoreline, for what it's worth, against Astralis. Not bad, I think we'll say. Tessus finally getting some rounds where he gets to do something. He hasn't really been called upon so far, but his AK's dropped and recovered by Esatag. Stown's second AWP has also been impactful for Heroic over at Ivy, but this time he has to smoke himself off. Astralis may be able to close the distance. A couple of stray shots almost connecting, but Stown crosses back safely. And Astralis continue to play the patience game.
Stown has been unbelievable in this position though, and he's going to take another kill. Magisk, the most recent victim of his AWP. Going to change that position up. Now Astralis looking for a different avenue of approach, and that is going to be in towards T-Con. It's not working out though. This double AWP setup has just destroyed Astralis so many times. Esatag is now the last remaining player, and he's picked off. Cadian taking him away. 10 rounds on the board. This is just a stomping. And how have we come out of what was such a back and forth crazy affair to the point where Heroic are up 10-1 against Astralis? Of course, they are the T side, but at this point, you need to win the remaining rounds in this half. And they have not shown us anything.
Entire team have 15 kills. Yeah. Cadian's got 18. That sums up this ridiculous. Game.
Cadian has been unstoppable in this series, and what? Diving down the ladder, Tessus gets a little show of the legs, but that's not going to be enough just yet. Esatag will drop and get the trade kill. Tessus was good enough to take away Magisk, but will fall very quickly after. Now Dupree, it's his time to shine. Down on the other side of the smoke, but Borup gets aggressive. He'll get one. Dupree is just waiting out the smoke. That's a free kill onto Stown. And now, well, Astralis, they have the man advantage into round number 12. Cadian, 18-1. Could this be another death for him, or will he add to his kill tally? He's on the bomb train. Nico crossing behind green. He'll have a chance. Dupree shuts down Cadian. Now it's just Nico in a 1 versus 3, and Astralis, this could be their second round on the board, but Nico looks to deny. He goes out with the first kill, swinging, but he's caught in a glaive sandwich, and that is not going to be ending too well for him. 2 rounds on the board for Astralis, 10-2 on the board. Not the prettiest scoreline, but a chance to recover this half.
Yeah, that glaive sandwich, not a tasty one for Nico there. Don't think he'll be trying that one again. Astralis at least getting a second round, as you said. And we do have to go back to that previous game against Na'Vi. I'll say it again. They were able to get 13 CT rounds in that one. So maybe if Astralis can salvage a few more rounds, they can put themselves in a good enough position. But even then, it's always a tall order to get that many rounds in your second half. To rely on it quite that heavily, it's never a position you want to put yourself into. Ooh, bit of nade damage onto Glaive, who was playing over towards B, and Heroic again getting active with these rotations. Borup arriving on the B site, as is Stown. That is now 3 CTs stacked on B. I guess where Astralis look to be going, Dinko. It's the B site.
A triangle of death here. Heroic need to try and get these kills, but Estefag has just taken away Borup. Absolutely no problem. Mad just following up as well. Finally, Astralis winning a couple of these duels. Feels like that just wasn't happening. That near kill, though, is huge from Stown. That keeps it even into this retake. It gives a chance to Heroic to win this round. And Stown is still moving forward. He's going to be caught nearly there in the open. I thought Dupree was about to peek around, but Stown getting close. He could still take this kill somehow. Close up and personal. The second kill from Stown as well through the smoke. He is delivering as Glaive tries to throw the Molotov, but the smoke is just being deployed. Glaive realizes he needs to go into the open, and Stown is going to shut him down as well. That's an ace. That's all 5 kills for Stown. What a round. What a beast. And that's 11 on the board for Heroic.
Super Stown is here to save the round. My God, his secondary AWP has been superb. He's giving Cadian a run for his money right now. Both of those AWPers have had so much impact. This first kill, great kill up close. This second one, I mean, what? I guess he maybe his device, but even then, it's not a shot you should be hitting that frequently. Let me tell you that. But Stown has been doing everything for his team here. 11-2 lead for Heroic, and it just feels like they can't lose right now.
Yeah, these rounds are just ridiculous. Astralis, they won the duels into the B bomb site the last time. They're going to exploit that early presence towards A, and they catch up Nico, transitioning back to the bomb site. And that's exactly what I wanted to see from Astralis. They finally punished this heaviest stack towards the A bomb site at the start of the rounds. And now Stown peeking out this shot. This is all going wrong, but somehow he'll get that shot off. Cadian going down though. Magis looking for the follow-up kill as well. He might just take down both AWPers, but Stown is just unkillable. Another one picked up. That's 2. He would have to ace again though. Back-to-back aces. I don't think that's going to be happening, but he's damn close to taking Glaive down there. And the time is ticking too far gone now. Stown will just sit back and save this AWP if he can. Even that will be difficult when they know his last whereabouts. But the money is actually not a problem here for Heroic. Instead, it's Astralis that don't want to lose players. They just lost Device. It's not like he's in a great position economically speaking. 3.9k, 3 and 13 on Device. Not what we're used to seeing whatsoever. Last round of the half coming up. Heroic on 11, Astralis on a mere 3.
Now we could be going from one of the longest maps of Counter-Strike you'll see to one of the quickest ones if Heroic can keep this up. Astralis is still hanging on in there. Borup early kill onto Device. He's not ready for the fight. Nice shot from Borup. Gets the timing right on the push. Device had no one there to back him up, so it's a clean kill for Heroic. And they've been getting those man advantages a lot on this CT side. A lot of AWPing kills early. The riflers are doing their bit as well. And Dupree almost taken down. 10 points of health left for him. Stown has to back away from Ivy just as Magis rounds the corner. The timing might be right for Magis to get something going here. Oh, he's going to go unseen.
This is huge. Magisk has so much control right now. This is a chance for Astralis back into this. This B bomb site becomes a big problem. Two players currently on it, and they're completely unaware. Magisk is all the way behind him. Spots Nico. Oh, he whiffs the spray! He goes down, Magisk. That is unbelievable. How has he not managed at least one kill there? You do not see that every day, and that is going to be mad tilting if you're Magisk. But Nico holding on. A big flick from Cadian, and like you said just a little earlier, Alex, Heroic cannot lose. They cannot lose rounds. Everything going their way. It's Dupree on 10 HP, swinging out into the open. And Heroic, they take a 12-3 half. This is just sheer dominance on this second map. It's time for a short break, but we'll be right back with the action after this.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out.
From a grueling, bloody battle on Vertigo, we find ourselves at 12-3 at the half for Heroic. What a turnaround this has been, and any questions of their mentality moving into this second map. It's been a long day, Alex. Second map have been answered. It's 12-3. Heroic are 4 away from victory going into the second half. Astralis need an incredible comeback.
I appreciate you trying to invent some new words out here, Dinko.
It wasn't,
I'm not
my
sure I
tongue
like
wasn't
that one,
recovering, Alex. It just wasn't recovery. It's been a lot of rounds.
Well, Esatag playing on this B site anchor. We've seen him do some special things on this side of the map on this Astralis lineup. He's got the nade ready. Heroic look to be pressuring him. The smoke and a flash in the hands of Nico and plenty of players ready to push onto this site. Device taking damage in the backlines, but Esatag's nade might land. It's not quick enough, though. They've all dropped down, and Esatag's not ready for them. Heroic with 1 kill onto the B site, and they're going to keep going.
Well, they continue to run forward. Glaive with a headshot. Tessus falling down. And that advantage for Heroic into this one is Magisk taking away Down. 3v3 yet again. Astralis looking to pull off the retake. Borups just going to hide in the smoke. Going to use that to his advantage. You've still got 2 players in upper. No utility for Heroic here. And Bork goes down through the smoke. Magisk is so aware of that. Dupree following up as well. It's just Gideon, and the defuse comes through in the smoke. Astralis with a very much needed pistol round there, Alex. They desperately needed to pick that up. And it's the first step of a very long road back into this one.
We always say it though, Dinko. We said it on the last map. You can never count Astralis out. Whatever happened in that first half, they could always just come out as a fresh-faced team in this second half and just completely turn it on its head. I like that Heroic are giving them that respect as well. They're not going for the instant force buy because they don't need to. They have such a big lead, they can just save one, get the buy in the next, and you know that Astralis will probably still have some weaknesses. So they don't go for much of an investment. And Stown, because of that, has taken the brunt of that nade damage. When was the last time you saw Device 3 for 15, by the way?
I don't recall.
No,
I really don't recall. Yeah, this is definitely an outlier. And a big reason why we are currently 12-4 in favor of Heroic. Stown taking down Dupree. Esatag holding on with the MP9, looking to spray away. He's done well enough to find that. Magisk and Glaive finding the follow-up. And Borup falls victim after 1. 12-5, Astralis put 2 together. And a chance of going into this next round. It's their first true test in this defensive side. Heroic will have a bye. They'll have the AKs available across the board. They'll have a good bit of utility as well coming into this T round. I just want to look at this scoreboard and how ridiculous it looks right now for Heroic. 22 kills on Stown, 21 on Gideon. The closest to them 2 players is 12 on Nico. Then it's 6 and 9, and they're 12-5 up. Big carry coming in here from this double op. Just shows how strong it was in front of that CT side.
No ops on this T side just yet, though. It's got to be the AKs this time, which we know they can still be very capable with. Stown is oftentimes a rifler on this team, so we're going to see the double peek, and ooh, Device doesn't hit that shot. He was so close, but he's not going to get the kill on the first time of asking. Ooh, bomb chucked back across. That gives the game away slightly. Device knows there's someone trapped on this right-hand side, and oh, he hits the shot, but not the kill. Borup gets away with his life, but Heroic haven't gained that much ground. Now they have, though. Nico gets 1 kill, but Glaive's there for the trade.
Device, 3 kills still to his name right now. He'll try and change that. A 4th coming through. He won't miss those easy shots when he has the AWP in his hands. And now the attack coming into the Esatag. He's got an advanced position. He'll catch the bomb, switches out to the AK-47 as well, and retreats towards the bottom of the rampart. It's 1 kill on Decadian, and Borup swings by, doming Esatag in the process, but Device with the clothesline secures the round for Astralis. And so far, so good on this defensive side for Astralis. That really wasn't much of a hiccup from them at all.
We're getting to see some of that B play from Esatag already, always pressuring on this side of the map. Launders did a great video explaining how he did so well in that half, constantly pressuring. You saw some double B stacks as well from Astralis, where he was able to get a bunch of kills. He's been very effective on that site in the past, and this time, it's Dupree tested on A, but he steps up to the challenge, getting the kill while blind. There's still more players ready to push, but that smoke and that nade have slowed them down. Heroic only having the 1 AK in this round, currently in the hands of Stown. He might get a chance, but Magisk takes him away, and this is a completely different Astralis at the start of this second half.
Yeah, they're poised. They're actually winning a lot of these duels right now. They were suffocated by the aggression and the correct reads from Heroic in the first half. But Astralis, when given a bit of room to maneuver, they have started to get those individuals firing up again. It's always going to be a long road back into things, but the first few rounds have been impressive. And of course, in this one, we can't really read into it too much. Just pistols that scatter the floor from the dead bodies of Heroic. Astralis, it's all about beating the rounds in front of you, though, and keeping as many players alive as possible and not hemorrhaging too much cash. Gideon gonna be looking for another, but Device shuts him down. A 3k. He's up to 8 kills now. You go into the next round with Heroic. The possibility they go with this full buy, but Borup's in a bit of an awkward spot when it comes to his purchase. Where does he go with this one? I mean, Heroic are a team that have shown they love the MAC-10s and they love the Deagles, so I mean, it's fine to have Borup on that Deagle. He's such a talented player with it, but Heroic, overall, a relatively solid buy with a few evident weaknesses.
Could be Cadian's time to shine again now that he's got the AWP in his hands. It's Dupree who gets aggressive early though, and Testes is more than ready for it. Easy headshot, holding the angle, and Device is trapped in this aggressive position. He puts the smoke down, but Stown knows he's here. He's going to start spamming. He's going to try and get this line up, but the shot's not quite connecting. So Device gets away with his life, and it's a good thing he did. He even gets a nade landing right on Stown as he falls back, but oh, Stown goes back for it, and he still gets the kill through the smoke.
Well, Heroic, this is the kind of round you want out of them into the second half. You start to worry about whether or not Astralis were going to break them down again. They had the first few steps, but it was completely unrealistic to ever expect that early on. You have to consider the round that Heroic just had, or the half, should I say, that they just had. They are completely favored here on trade. If any comeback comes through from Astralis, it's just ridiculous. Heroic at this point are doing their best to just close it out. They've got themselves the 4K across the team. The only player that hasn't picked up a kill here is Borup. Glaire's about to run back into the connector. He pulls the rifle, but he's shut down by Nico. And it's 13-7. Heroic now 3 away from securing victory. And look at the money here from Astralis. It's not in the best position. Invest into this one. It will not be a fantastic buy. Not only that, but they would have to win this round and win it cleanly. But they're going to go for the buy.
That is an AWP for Device. Yeah. I mean, that game had so many overtimes. 20 times fought between them sounds ridiculous, and I think it still is ridiculous. But there were a lot of overtimes in that game, in case you missed it. So it makes a bit more sense.
A lot of opportunities, a lot of rounds. Well, as you were saying, Astralis coming into this round have purchased up that AWP in the hands of Device. It could be a game changer. It has been so quiet on this map. This is the map pick of Astralis, and this buy isn't so bad for Astralis, but it has got weaknesses in terms of utility. They will get the guns out, and the utility is a big factor here on trend, so you have to keep an eye on that. Device scoped in towards T-Con.
Cadian having a look at Ivy early into the round. Stown able to sneak up while his teammate covers the long-range angle. Flash coming through for Stown to get round the corner. Just holding a more passive position. The flash came through, but the Molotov counterplay from Heroic means he can't go for the aggressive peek. Nice utility usage from Heroic so far, denying Astralis everything they would have wanted at the start of this round. And as it stands, Astralis are playing super passive on the B site, and that's where the bomb currently is. Down sneaking out, looking for the fights, unable to land them, but that bomb is going on to B.
Oh no, Stan's gonna get caught. Testis as well. Now the attack into B. It's been sought after, and Device has shut it down. Borup, he's stuck on default. He's alone in the world in a 1 versus 5. The rest of his teammates' bodies decorate the floors of the train yards. And Borup, oh, no, what? Where's his bullets gone there? Eventually we'll get the kill on the Device. And now trying to run back, he will get caught by Magisk and sprayed down. So a round, again, being picked up by Astralis. We talked about that round and the importance of it being a win for Astralis. They invested everything into it. They lose that one, they're down and out for the next few. And that's probably where Heroic put it into a position that's looking very difficult to pull back if you're Astralis. But nonetheless, they win an important round. And we go again. Heroic with a buy. AWP out for Cadian, AK-47s for the rest.
And the secondary AWP for Magus this time round, playing over on the A side. Glaive, though, getting the early kill on Borup, who drops down alone. We've seen that fight come through a couple of times for both teams in this game. I think both teams have been winning it pretty much evenly, but this time, in an all-important round, Astralis get the early edge. They get another clean 5v4. Cadian still got that AWP, though, so there's a chance that Heroic could get a pick in reply at some point in this round. You can see Cadian looking for the fight, and Dupree's just gone on top of this train. Cadian's still waiting patiently, though, so no fight given up to Heroic, and they decide to take a different angle of approach.
That Molotov, that's the bomb. And Nico, because of that Molotov, has been forced into the open. Luckily, he's going to stay alive. He hasn't been shut down just yet, but he goes out wide. He takes the fight against Glaive, and I love that play from Nico. Now the rest of the push can come through from Heroic. They found such an important kill, although Stown gets caught with a bit of an awkward situation there, not having his gun out and ready. Nico through the smoke though, shuts down Magisk. A nice kill from Cadian, but it's all on Estetag, and he's been turned on. 14-8. What a turnaround from Heroic in that round. It's Nico just swinging out a pop dog. He looked completely screwed there, Alex. You know, that Molotov went in, forced him into the open. He was the bomb carrier. Glaive couldn't find the kill, and Nico decides he wants to take the fight.
Yeah, Nico offers a really good level of individual ability sometimes on this team to make those solo plays, to make the difference. Because look at the Astralis economy, Dinko. It's screwed. It's in all sorts of trouble. It's pistols. And it's potentially a 15th round for Heroic. And, well, if that happens, you've got to assume we would be going to a third map. Inferno could be the decider that we end up playing out on, as long as Heroic can close this one out. And Testis has already got 2 kills onto A. He's down to 2 health. Okay, they're fine. They're fine. I thought for a second they might not spot him, but up the ladder, the man goes down. Now, Glaive has got this flank. Cadian's not going to turn around here.
There we go. He just takes the kill, confirms it's down, able to pick up Glaive in return. And now Estetag in a 1 versus 3. CZ 75. It's nothing else to save here. So he should be going down, rattling the shots. Actually doesn't hit any of them. That's a little bit questionable. We'll find the headshot nonetheless. And it's map point for Heroic. What a turnaround this has been from what was an incredibly close game over on Vertigo. One that Astralis barely edged out. Heroic have just dominated on this second map. Astralis have had a few flashes here on this defensive side, but that is about it. And now they come into this. This is their last stand. This is their last legs. There's no AWP. There's barely enough utility. It's M4s across the board. Heroic have a perfect chance to take this one over the line and send us to Inferno.
Ooh, aggression from Device. Sound is hearing this, though. He hears this the whole time, and he wins the fight, even taking the dink in the process. Estetag is trying to see if he can maybe spot something out of B, and Dupree also going aggressive. Wins that duel, brings it back to a 4v4, and I think he will get away safely. Cadian, though, just waiting patiently. He knows that Estetag likes to go for that B push. He's prepared for it. He gets the kill he was looking for. Glaive is still pushed into the B position, and he gets that kill back, but he's trapped, he's stuck, and Cadian hunts him down. 2 more kills for Heroic, and a wide open B bomb site for them to work with.
Astralis were desperate in this round. You can see the aggression across the map. Device starting things off, running solo down Ivy. It didn't pay off for him. It nearly did, but 2v3. It's another kill for Cadian. Heroic are winning every aim duel. Now it's just Dupree. 37 HP versus 3. And this is locked in. Surely at this point, Dupree down to 10 HP now. Molotov deploys. Time will start to tick as Dupree has another factor working against him. He'll come out from heaven. Orup has a good angle towards the backside as well. Cadian just scoped in towards low, and he's going to hit the shot. What a performance yet again from Cadian. 27-8 he finishes on. This is just a huge turnaround from Heroic.
And it really did feel like it came down to the individuals stepping up supremely on this second map. You said it so many times. Down and Cadian, that double AWP setup, so damn strong. And then we started to see in the second half some of those other players come alive. Nico had that impactful round. Testis in there as well. A couple of the other players got involved. And at that point, they were unstoppable.
Yeah, Astralis were basically outclassed on an individual level. You don't see that often, but we're heading on to Inferno. This is going to be the final map. It's all great best of threes end. I'm looking forward to this one, and to make sure we get there as quickly as possible, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back with the desk, and then we'll get into Inferno.
No sound.